Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to hop into our second map of forZe versus Nemiga. My name is Dinko, joined by Holker for this one, and we're hopping right into the second map. We just watched Mirage. It was a real barn burner of an affair, right up to round 30. That last round has still left my jaw on the floor, but we're hopping into the second map. I'm hoping for more of the same.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. You can see that first map scoreline, 16-14 in favor of forZe, and now we go ahead and go into Inferno, a map that I would say both teams have had kind of a weird time on as of late. So you look at Nemiga, for example, they picked this map, they beat Gambit on this map, but they also lost against Takuma on this map. While for forZe, they actually got a win against Takuma on this one lately, although it was a double overtime win. But in general, they're doing okay on it. It's generally a map where they're tending to kind of beat some, of the teams lower ranked than them, but sometimes they will take those losses. So I don't know where to go with this one, to be honest. It's a weird map, especially for me for Nemiga, because they get that one win against Gambit, and we're all so excited about their Inferno, and then they just take a couple of losses on it, and all of a sudden I don't know where it stands for them, but they're clearly confident in it because they're picking it here.
Yeah, I mean, coming into it as a pick, Inferno is one of the maps where I've never really been 100% confident in forZe, but I'm looking forward to seeing if they can prove me wrong coming into this. Obviously, they feel confident, and I think their individuals are showing up in the tournament, which is really cool to see. And we did see Jerry really being the main factor again for forZe, and that's continued throughout this competition. So let's see if that can hop into Inferno. We're going to jump into things on forZe on the CT side. Nemiga going to be starting on that T side. Heavy utility out for Nemiga in this one.
Yeah, good amount of utility for them here as they start on the T side of their map pick. Nemiga trying to see if they can win their pick, take us to a third, and make it the true competitive series that we were expecting. They've lost an early player here, though. Jo taken down on the initial banana play, but the players with the nades are still alive. They've got the banana control. They could set up a B-sided execute if they wanted to. They're just going to fall back towards mid.
Yeah, they'll start to wander their way up here, meandering through the map. But it looks like the A bomb site will be the end point for this Nemiga side. And the setup here currently contains two players, forZe and Flit, looking to try and do some damage into the pistol round. We know Flit can usually have some very solid pistol round holes, and the rest of his teammates are starting to arrive as well. Flit hasn't even really need to get involved because Kenzie and Zordi getting the shots out. 38 seconds left. Vitus balance in the corner. They didn't even get a bomb plant here in Nemiga. A really good start for forZe.
Good start indeed. Getting that early kill, and then as the play came back into A, they lock it down comfortably all across the bomb site there, making it look easy on the hold. See Kenzie just taking that risk of going through the smoke, but it meant that he could crunch him from behind and make sure that Nemiga got nothing going there in the pistol. And without the bomb plant, it is a save call on the Nemiga side. So should be a clean and easy 2-0 lead for forZe.
forZe getting caught there by the body shot, but still somehow gets away with a kill. 1 HP for forZe at the start of this one. Nemiga very unlucky not to have gotten away with a kill there. And the T's now down a player. That HE can do a lot of damage due to the unarmored opponents, and it will do some on the MDS. Tries to leap into the apartments, but it's going to be Kenzie who ends up taking the kill. Split now wanting a piece of the fight, goes up into the apartments itself, and a lucky line up there as MDS and Itis balance somewhat eclipse one another. And Jo stuck in spawn. He's going to try and hold for some aggression. Maybe he can pull out something. I'm getting Jim flashbacks from this kind of play.
Oh, and he's dead. Observer shaking his head at Jo. Can't blame him. But here we go. We're ready to get into the gun round. That was all just a bit of child's play compared to what we're about to see. We've got AKs out for the Nemiga side. This was that nice lineup from Flip. Good to see him getting off to a good start. I still think he will be a little disappointed with his performance over on Mirage. He'll feel like he could have done a little more. He ended the game okay, but normally is one of the standout members for the forZe side. So see if he can come through for his team here on Inferno. We've got the AKs out for Nemiga, though. A couple of Galils in the mix. And a bit of early nade damage on Banana, but nothing too significant as Jerry gets left as this solo B holder.
Oh, Neds are going to go down into bottom middle. Nemiga are going to start sending the squads up mid. And the legions of the Nemiga side will begin to put pressure on the defensive setup of forZe that currently contains 3 players. Zorte out towards long, and inside of the site is Kenzie, and Flit has actually just changed up his position. And he's going to be playing from Graveyard, and this is actually a very good angle if he can get into pit. I think they're ready for this now. I think they're getting ready to hold on for the attack. The route around long starts to win swap. Nemiga's trying to put pressure onto it, and they've got the first pick. Kenzie's able to get the reply. And they know Flit's down in the pit, but the kill from Lollipop and Idis Bounce have come in. Almeza and Jerry, a 2v4 is needed from them, and Nemiga have done a very good job at getting these important kills. But out of the MP9, a pick kill comes through, and that is a big turning factor from Almeza, but that resmoke into Moto makes things incredibly difficult to work with your teammate. Even though Jerry's coming out of apartments, he would really need his teammate to be there with him. And I think at this point, they realize the round is a little too far gone to really expect anything out of it.
For Nemiga, having that player fly out of the apartments made a big difference there. Good kill from Jerry. I still don't think the round win is on the cards, or could it be? Another kill from Jerry, who drops all the way down. There's no time to win the round, but they'll take those kills at the end there, saving 2 AKs. And Nemiga's money is actually going to be in a really awkward position now. They will be missing either a lot of utility or some weaponry into this next round. So all in all, forZe can be pretty happy with that, because that was a bit of a bonus round for them with the SMGs. Now they can go ahead and get full rifles, I think, on all their players. Jerry should have one of his own. Indeed, there's that AK that he saved. And this is a chance for forZe to really go ahead and put the pressure on here.
And Zorte is going to be looking down into middle. Zichi was pulled out in hand, and Zorte is going to drop back inside the site. Some utility being pushed out into Jerry, and that forces him to take the fight at Banana. He goes forward, he loses it, and that's going to give away the man advantage. Nemiga now pick it up, and they're going to start walking their way up into B. They went there with a little bit of pace, but instead of just running around the corner, they're going to set up some utility. Smoke onto the top stairs. Resmoke out from Almeza, though, to try and buy some time and slow them down. Will allow for a rotation from a teammate if needed, and they are not calling for it. They think there's going to be a drop back from Nemiga. They think they're going to try and finish on the A bomb site. And they feel comfortable enough leaving Almeza over here to handle out the attack on his own. But right now, Nemiga is showing no signs of dropping back. They're still going towards B, and finally that rotation does start to come through. Almeza's out of utility. He's under pressure now. Flashes are going in. Almeza flying from the pillar. He's going to get one. They were looking the wrong way, and Almeza gets a double kill, a third from Almeza. That's a huge overperformance. And now it's going to be Lollipop and Idis Balance trying their best inside of the site. They haven't even been able to get the bomb planted. There's not much you can do when Almeza has a round like that. That's just a hero play.
I was a little concerned at first for Almeza there, especially initially when he spammed that smoke and started reloading. I thought there was a timing window for Nemiga to push him, but that didn't happen. He was able to play back from the bomb site. And Almeza spraying to the body for those first 2 kills, making sure he got the headshot on the third. That's why it's always nice to have that AK on that B site holder, because you need to be able to get those early kills as quickly as possible. If he has the M4, maybe he doesn't get that instant headshot kill, but finding a 3K makes a good bit of difference, ensuring that forZe are in a great spot to win that round. And they should be in a great spot to win this one here. They're up against the pistols. They've done some early damage. It's Jerry. Lines up 2 over the top with the MP9. Oh, he actually didn't even know the box was close by, but he still gets set up for it. Quad kill for Jerry, loads of money made, and he even gets to save his teammate's M4 at the end.
forZe with a double up setup. I'm interested to see how this is going to affect their playstyle throughout the CT half. So I'm wondering if it's going to cancel out some of the aggression or maybe even invite more of it. Almazer, very committed angle with it up. He's got to be isolated with no help from Jerry. So Almazer goes down at the sandbags, and now Jerry having to drop back. They know where he is. Gonna have to throw some utility down, good smoke into the fountain to try and buy some time and create some space for him to play with. His opponents now climb over the site, and Jerry's only managed one kill. His teammate's gone down before that kill even came through. So for Nemiga, this is a really solid round, and for forZe, this is probably the save call. I'm not a fan of how Almazer's at sandbags with an AWP there. I think it puts way too much pressure on Jerry. I don't think there was enough help from Jerry as well to help out Almazer in that position. It was kind of like caught in two minds of how to play out Banana.
That is something that scares me about forZe on this map sometimes. I'm not sure Almazer in particular is the best at picking the right positions in some rounds. I think sometimes he commits a bit too heavily when you really do need to be surviving a long time on that B bomb site. You either need to pick a position where you can get multiple kills guaranteed, which is not easy to do, or you need to pick a position where you are going to be able to survive for a long time and make sure the rotate and the retake are doable. So 4-2. Nemiga able to find some success back on the B side of the map, taking that early banana control and taking over the rest of the round and that B site because of it. Here comes the buy back. This time Almazer not going with the AWP. He shows the rifle. Flip. Throwing that molly down mid. We've also got the molly on banana to try and slow them down early, but Box has beat all those nades and even found that entry.
Impressive entry to be able to pick up here for Nemiga. And they might just get another chance here. Kenzie at the half wall's getting spammed down, and MDS hard checks him as he goes around that corner. And forZe are dished out an early two-man deficit. A big problem for them to try and solve here. Smokes down at top banana, some utility now filtering in behind those smokes. Nemiga will sit back and take their time. Almazer now drifting back over towards CT spawn. The utility is starting to fly in again for Nemiga. I think forZe, once they realize this B site is being taken, it's going to be most likely a safe call. And I think they're probably already thinking about that. But if they get over towards A and the attack starts to come in over there, that would be impressive for forZe. The rotation would be fully here. 3 players versus the attack. He might actually get something out of it, but the bomb's going the wrong way.
Oh, missed shot from Zorte as well. Don't think it would have made a massive difference. This is going to work. Nice kill from Almazer, but don't think it will have any influence on the outcome of the round. We can have another one locked in. So good start from forZe, but now that we're getting into the gun rounds, we are seeing signs of life from the Nemiga side. I think something that isn't as suited to forZe's playstyle on Inferno is the fact that it's much more difficult to get away with some of those risky setups that they were running on Mirage quite consistently. Because on Mirage, you have such a good ability to play dynamically and quickly play between those bomb sites. So if you do take a risk early in the round, you have the chance to retake. You have the chance to rotate over. And that risk isn't as great because of that. But here on Inferno, if you go for a gamble setup or a risky play early in the round, you could very quickly give up a lot of map control on that other side. You could very quickly give up that entire other bomb site, and the rotates are so much longer that the risk can quickly lose you the round. So forZe oftentimes don't get the same ability to play as aggressively on this map, and I don't think that suits their playstyle quite as much. We'll see if they can prove me wrong, though. It's still 4-3, still early into Inferno. Nemiga going back to banana control. This time, no one here to contest.
Flit. He's got a good position up the left side of pit. His teammates just starting to drop back now inside the side as well. Flit and Kenzie making it work initially on this hold. Jo has been able to get one pick back. So 3v4, swinging out of the apartments. Jo is really making a difference now for Nemiga. And that smoke into Moto will confirm the bomb plant. And when you've got Idis balance up in balcony like this, it's looking really good for the post plant as well. forZe have got to pull off an exceptional retake, and they've only got a smoke and a flash to do it. Throw a deeper smoke in to try and stop the impact of Idis balance, trying to give them better fights in the graveyard. But if they go in towards short, they would have to deal with Idis balance inside of pit. And given an AWPer this position, it's really hard to flush him out. I think at this point, with the time ticking, I'm starting to wonder if forZe can even do this. Is it even possible? And I don't think so. Idis balance has got one pick. Box peeking out from graveyard as well. It's all down to Almazer. And even though the initial hold is good and Flit and Kenzie get their kills, it's the difference maker of Jo that just gets those trade kills. And once that smoke at long goes down, it's just so difficult to pull off a retake.
I like the micro decisions there Jo makes too, as he goes in for that second fight, because he knows where that player is. He knows roughly that Kenzie is on the site from the first kill he got. So you hear here, he knows this flash is coming from the CTs. He kind of waits for the flash to pop, then he peeks as he knows Kenzie will be looking, because he knows Kenzie will be looking probably towards short with where that flash is going, right? That flash is designed for Kenzie to get the drop on any short player. So he peeks knowing that Kenzie's likely to be looking at short, can come in for a quick headshot. Kenzie can't react in time. Really nice play from Jo to give his team the round. And now it's only this saved AK for Almazer that they really have to work with. Molly will mean they can't contest banana control early. So yet again, Nemiga get that early ground gained for free. I guess it cost them a Molly, but that's obviously a trade that's worthwhile.
Oh, Almazer. Gonna try and get up onto first oranges. And now on Nemiga, they're gonna send their attack over towards this B side of the map. 3 players for forZe holding. This is the best chance to win the round. They've even got that quick mid play that could come through. It's still an option. No shots coming in, no, and Almazer goes down. So that's the one rifle out of play for forZe. Kenzie still unchecked, but finally will be. Fox with a nice headshot. And I think any sort of chance at having a sting in the round has somewhat been taken away from them, especially with all those missed shots from Jerry. Nothing really works out there for forZe. I mean, I say nothing, but Nemiga do go to the bomb site with 3 players. Just no kills for forZe on the hold. Barely any damage inflicted either.
Just a really solid take. Again, sure, it's against the pistols and only the 1 AK, but still around, you have to make sure you go ahead and play solidly. I like the way Nemiga just all group up early and make sure that they have the ability to trade it out. Don't really need trades, though. Jo did a lot of the work. And Nemiga into the lead. Good start from forZe in this game, remember. They were 4-2 up earlier on, but the tides have quite quickly turned back into the side of Nemiga. Just that final kill from Jo, just making sure that they have everything cleared out on the B side of the map. Here comes the buy from forZe, though. There is an MP9 in play, but Jerry's been very good with that weapon so far. Everyone else has a premium rifle on the server. And this time, a bit of utility damage early. That's something we've been waiting for. Nemiga have been getting banana control without too much damage dealt on towards them in some of these recent rounds. But this time, Jerry does 100 damage with that nade spread across a couple of Nemiga players. It's actually 96 damage, but basically 100. Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I mean, no one's counting, really. And now we get into the play. The A attack and up through short. Almazer's done very well to be able to come out with 2 there. And now flip from Pit, usually so good, but not this time. Now they got to rely on kenzie. They got to also rely on the fact that they don't expect another player to be inside of the site. Luckily for kenzie, he's able to win out that battle against Idis Balance, but Jo kept his head low. And that's him wrapping around those boxes. And speaking of, it's box for the kill on Zorte. And Jerry on the MP9, we know what he can do with this thing. He can do filthy things with the SMG, but Box has now been spotted, and Jerry's running him down. I love it from Jerry, but he's still got another he's got to find. That Molotov, that could work. Jo's low on HP. He's worked down to 5 and into the open. Jerry gets the 1v2 clutch. The MP9 God strikes again.
So decisive as he jumps out of the apartment straight into short, sees Box early, uses that movement ability to his advantage as he jumps around the corner for that first fight, makes life so difficult for the AWP on the other side. And then the molly is just about put in the right place to force that player into the open. Lovely round from Jerry. Almeza's early kills obviously helping him get into this position in the first place, but man, that MP9 is just so good in his hands, and he's going to go ahead and keep it into this next one as well.
Oh man, if you're Jerry, why throw away the MP9 at this point? Just keep it every gun round. Just screw it. You get so much more money out of it. Doesn't really stop his fragging power at all. I love it. Now Zorte is going to try and peek on the edge of that CT smoke. Good utility usage coming in here from forZe. Going to keep Nemiga at bay and Banana. And yes, we can get hyped about that play from Jerry, but it also has to be focus time for forZe coming into this round because, yeah, okay, you can have that kind of clutch. It's enough to give you an opportunity to get back to winning rounds, but you haven't been winning rounds recently. Now you've got to take that opportunity. It's got you a good buy and start turning it into consecutive round wins. And Zorte, he could be the player to deliver that. I think he's been a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. He's had some rounds, some maps he's been playing well, but we know he can deliver more impact. Is this going to be one of those rounds? He's got one. I think he's stuck in the angle a little too long there. Couldn't fall back out of it quick enough, and MDS is able to hit the trade shot. And with Jerry going down without a kill, that's the B-bomb site lost. It's unfortunate to see here, but forZe crumble again straight after that clutch from Jerry. kenzie's going to try and do it in the porch, but his barrel's been spotted luckily quicker on taking Lollipop out, but it doesn't really make much impact on the outcome of the round. It's going to be the save call from forZe on the other side of the map, and that's what worries me, Hawkey. You know, you can have plays like that from Jerry in the last round. It's just not really translating into consecutive success.
It's not been too consistent for forZe so far, unfortunately. Can definitely understand why Jerry wanted to go around the corner, thinking Nemiga was setting up their play and that maybe he could catch them out, but there were so many players waiting that they got their rifles out in time. Once they get that early kill, it's just so easy to explode onto the B-bomb site at that point. As you said, the AWP of Zorte, I think he took a slightly wider angle after Jerry went into Banana, so he didn't have the ability to fall back and maybe leave it in a 4v4 where you could have a chance to play retake or you could have a chance to get another kill. Nemiga was just so compact that that wasn't a possibility. A little bit of nade damage early from forZe, nothing too significant. Jerry has got a rifle in his hands this time round. Molly is beaten by Jerry. They might not expect him to be so far up here. He's able to spot the first man. Jerry, though, has to stick around, and he is eventually going to be flushed out of his position. Well traded by Nemiga, and now Almeza needs to be careful. Oh, this is that risky positioning I was talking about. The B site lost so quickly, and forZe won't get back in time.
Oh, and kenzie's going to try and play through the smoke. This could be the risky one, but it has not paid off. It's Box's headshot. He was so ready for that kind of play. It's often the response when you're down a play and you have no one in defense on the B-bomb. So you try that risky play to jump through the smoke and try and catch off an opponent. When there's no pressure coming in from the site itself, you can actually afford to focus on that CT smoke. Now Nemiga with that B-bomb side again. They've got the man advantage into this post plan. They've got a molly still on Zorte, but the utility is still holding them outside. And there's no kills coming in. And as soon as that clock ticks on a little bit further, I think the round is already done here. Flit's going to try and keep them pinned on the site, but even he has only managed one. Box with a fantastic round here for Nemiga. That's going to be 7. I think forZe are kind of lucky on the start they got into this map, because if they didn't get that, well, we'd be looking at a pretty one-sided scoreline already. And I think Nemiga still have that chance they could close this out 10-5. They did that over Mirage, though. They walked away with a 10-5 half in the first half, and forZe came back into things. So never count forZe out of this one.
Right now, Nemiga are punishing some of the plays that forZe are making, though. I don't mind Jerry's push down Banana there. I think he realized he had a timing window to try and make something happen, maybe get multiple kills, but I think Almeza needs to be more aware that Nemiga could run him down so quickly. Once you're that second player, you can't afford to give up B that easily. Stack into the apartments for forZe. So far, this B site has been the biggest issue for them, though. Even though Jerry's playing well individually, a lot of rounds have ended on B, and a lot of them have ended in Nemiga round wins. Looks like this similar start to the round for Nemiga to one of the previous ones, where they double nade stack Coffin. Last time, this followed with a B take that was solid for them, and they've already got that smoke into CT. This time, though, forZe rotating heavily over to this B site. Do Nemiga go for the same play? Because if they do, they could run into quite a few players here.
They could, and Kenzie's going to get boosted up onto CT wall. Another player is now coming over for forZe. If they go to this B bomb site, there's a good chance to create some chaos. They don't have any utility on the CT side, but they certainly have numbers. It's going to be enough. Box going through. A quick kill from Almeza, but it's traded out by MDS. Now they're going to go back and forth. The forZe players getting kills, but just enough here for MDS. And Jo that's going to keep it over the water here for Nemiga. And iDisbalance is ready for that jump through the smoke. forZe did have numbers, but not enough numbers when it comes to kills. And Zorte is going to pick up a friend because he's lost all of his other friends. And it's a chicken now that's following Zorte around. So 8 rounds for Nemiga. That name tag is terrible from Zorte. It's just a bunch of random numbers and letters.
Maybe it means something to him.
There's a password on everything, so he doesn't forget it.
That would be pretty special.
It's definitely someone out there trying that now, aren't they?
Maybe. Pretty decent idea from forZe, but even with not that much utility left, in all honesty, Nemiga just used their utility pretty well. They didn't have 2 smokes, they only had the 1, but they were still able to clear out all those positions all over the site. This has fallen away from forZe quite quickly here. Nemiga have won 7 out of the last 8 rounds. Really feels like they've taken over. We need to see some signs of life from forZe here on Inferno. Otherwise, Nemiga might start to run away with it now. They've already got a 3-round lead. They're looking to extend it even further here as we get into the late stages of the first half.
Almeza peeking into Banana. Jo taken out. Man advantage for forZe is a good start to the round for them, and Almeza's going to go for more, and right through the smoke. iDisbalance got the lineup, and oh, MDS, is he ready for Jerry? He is. Oh, Jerry, he's going to fall, and even though it was a good start for forZe, it quickly turned around. And once again, it's the B site that's gone. This B site is so susceptible to just being taken easily. Even when they get that opening kill, Almeza just keeps running, and obviously can't do much about the shot that came through the smoke like that, but yeah, it's very unfortunate watching forZe in the CT side right now. This B bomb side has been difficult to stomach, and it's probably one of the most boring games possible for these A players. They're just having to save over and over again.
Yeah, I don't know why forZe are just continuing to play the same way. They're just giving the aggressive fights on Banana, And even if you get a kill or two initially, as soon as you give the kills back to Nemiga, B is just wide open and you can't rotate over in time. It's just been the same thing so many rounds in a row now. I don't think we've even seen a switch up where you maybe play the AWP of Zorte on Banana, for example. That could be a nice way of trying to get an early kill. You could stack 3B early in one of these rounds, or maybe even 4B if you want to use a bunch of nades early and properly take the control, but we've had none of that from forZe. They will get all the kills at the end of the round, but I don't really care about the kills at this point if I'm forZe. I want round wins, and they've only got one more chance to get another CT round on the board.
It's been a horrible showing for them on the CT side of Inferno, but a strong start delivered them enough rounds to at least be able to pull this back even on the T side. So you can be thankful for that. But Nemiga, they're dominating in terms of momentum. In terms of the scoreline, but Zorte's over towards B this time around with that AWP. I think they've definitely figured out what they've been doing is not working out for them. Zorte's going to try and find some of these openings, but that Molotov is going to keep him back. If he goes for the wallbang now, he would be able to find a kill, but they're going to pressure him. They're going to put him under a lot of pressure, and this AWP isn't getting out of there, I don't think. Some good utility. That AWP is dead, and there we go. I just bounced, spams through the clipping, and now Jerry gets up on first oranges. Zorte's angle not the best for that fight. Committed very deep. I think once you don't get those early opportunities, dropping back is probably the better call. Figure out a setup that you can play with Jerry. But other than that, I mean, Nemiga have just slowed this down, right? They're not fully committing off that one pick. They're expecting a rotation to come through. They're just slowing down. They're being confident. They know this round is theirs if they just keep it calm and collected, and they have been fantastic at doing that in recent rounds. So 40 seconds remain, and now comes the attack into the B site. Kenzie at first oranges. M4A1S at the ready. MBS quickly in with a headshot, and that's the reply that they need. On the slow response, a follow-up kill. The defense is crumbling. Jerry gets one, but that's all he'll find. Another bomb planted. forZe are going to pull off a 2v4 retake. And Flit is incredibly low on health, and Almeza has no utility. But he has got the kit. But good luck forcing these Ts out of the backside. You know, once you've got two players in dark, one in towards new box, you need Molotovs to clear that out. They don't.
Shot from Jayo. And Box will close out the half. 10-5 for Nemiga. It really felt like as that round went on, I just felt like as the half played out even, I just don't think Nemiga were ever pressured in that whole half. It just felt like it all came so easy to them. Like they just constantly were getting early fights on Banana. They'd win that fight almost every time. And then from there, it was just so comfortable for Nemiga to go for the site takes, to go for their standard plays, just go for a decent execute with the advantage. I really don't feel like Nemiga were made to work for this scoreline. Honestly, just similar mistakes from forZe. They could never find an answer. They could never switch it up. And now Nemiga are in a great position to go ahead and close out this map and take us to a third. I don't think we saw a timeout from forZe either, which is a bit scary. I think with how that half played out, you needed a timeout at some point. I don't remember one anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember a timeout. Maybe there was, but not from my memory, and not from yours, so maybe not, Holka. But yeah, I mean, the highlight plays from forZe are all off these MP9 kills from Jerry. I mean, that's not good enough. And so many of these rounds, so they're getting multi-kills, getting 2 frags, and then it just gets pulled back by Nemiga. You got to give it to them as well. As much as forZe definitely underperformed, Nemiga made sure they capitalized on every opportunity. They made it real difficult for forZe. But we're jumping right into the second half. 10-5 for Nemiga. Can they force a third map? We'll just find out in just a short minute as we hop into the action.
Box looking for an early battle on Banana, but decides better of it. He'd rather play with his 2 teammates stacked back on the B-bomb site with him. No commitment from forZe, though. They take the early Banana control, and take their time early in this one. A very important pistol round here for forZe. They've got 2 sets of nades, and they are just slowly taking map control on either side. Nemiga are somewhat stumped for information right now. They've lost top mid, they've lost banana, they haven't seen anything. As the smoke goes into long, forZe lining up nades into A, but this could turn into a B split.
Well, Laser running down with a Glock. His Idis balance quickly coming in with a double kill. And Kenzie now trying his best to be explosive. Zorte helping him out. And he's actually got another one. Final bullet, final kill. And now Lollipop and MDS have a very difficult task ahead of them. They got to make a retake happen. Bomb goes down. Lollipop has run through. He's got his headshot. Bomb just about gets planted. And Zorte gets his headshot. Low HP for both players. 20 HP in total across both of these 2 remaining players on the server. And Zorte, at least he has the positional advantage. MDS has no utility to really make this work, nor does he have a kit. So he's going to run forward and straight into the fight. This is going to give Zorte a big chance to try and win it. Here's the tap on the bomb, and Zorte is not peeking at all. MDS is trying to figure out where he is. He's looking the wrong way. Zorte could have taken the shot, but he didn't want to risk it. He doesn't know how low MDS is on health. So if he is to hit him on the backside and he flicks and hits the shot, that could have been the death for Zorte. So he just lets him go. He doesn't take the kill, but he's already done enough. What a hero moment out of him, and a much-needed pistol goes in favor of forZe.
So many kills that Zorte just had to get in this round to begin with. You see Armeza not ready for Idis balance, who lines up 2, and then Zorte just has to do it all. Has to use the distraction of his teammates to win those fights, because if he goes down with the bomb, it's round over. Then he gets another kill onto the CT player and plays the post plant so well on top of it. He did absolutely everything in that round for forZe, and honestly, in the first half, as one of those A players, he didn't get too many chances, so I'm glad he's come through here on the T side and showed us what he can do. Here comes the force buy for Nemiga, but already, forZe finding an early kill on Banana, and Jo may need some help now on this B side of the map.
Oh, here go forZe. They're going back towards A. They're going to start clearing out these positions. Porch has been mollied out. Utility getting ready to go in towards long. A wrap into the long side of A. It might just be difficult to hold on for Nemiga, especially with Idis bounce neutralized now with that library smoke. He has to worry about Archway. ForZe not going to be pushing through Arch. Instead, just wrapping on multiple positions. Foot has got one. MDS has hit the deck, and Lollipop follows suit. It's all done here. Idis bounce back in the white. Jo with him, and that is going to be the round win. forZe up to 7. They get off to good starts in both halves, and it's incredibly important they get off to a better start here on the T side after what was an incredibly lackluster CT affair. I think I do favor forZe in terms of playing much better on their T side. I feel much more confident thinking they're going to put up a fight here, and with that good start, it's put them in with a real shot.
Really good patience there from Zorte again on that A play. He's the one man on short who just needs to put that bit of pressure on. He peeks out initially, takes some damage, and then just holds back because he realizes the only way out for Nemiga is pushing into short. So he just sits back and waits for his teammates to get the flank going. Then once his teammates take the fight, he could help them if needed, but Nemiga weren't even ready for the fast wrap from all 3 of those players pushing in from long. So I love the patience there from Zorte. Good to see he was aware of what he needed to do in that scenario. 7 rounds secured for forZe. Pretty likely to turn to 8 now, as Nemiga only have a couple of save guns to work with, alongside a couple of Ds, but not a massive investment into this one.
Oh, Jo not coming out on top. You have to be a very good player to challenge Jerry MP9 to MP9, because Jerry is probably the master of the gun, so he's taken himself a couple, and it's a good start here for forZe. Box is going to try and hold on around the corner. Zalmez has run into his USP. And Zorte with a beautiful blistering headshot from the Galil. And MBS and Box have got to make these Deagles work. Oh, sorry, the Scout, Zorte with another one, and MBS gets the body shot, but Zorte is having fun in the second half. Another 3K for him. He's up to 11-7 in terms of kills and deaths, but here comes the challenge from forward. The buy is coming in for Nemiga. It's going to be the AWP out for I Disbalance, the M4's utility. It's good enough. They haven't got a single flash, though, on the CT side.
Well, Disbalance could buy one, but he's not fussed. He's fine with the no flashes. He's got the AWP, so may just be able to lock it down, holding at the angles. Nades early into Banana. Oh, I thought they might do more than that. Didn't bounce far enough onto Almeza, so he's still above half health. Now forZe will start to take Banana control. Molly's going both ways, but Almeza's ahead of them. Are they ready for him here? Flash comes in. He doesn't fully commit to it, though. Just taking the Banana control early. And honestly, that's a big win for forZe. Look at how much utility they have left compared to Nemiga. They're pretty happy with that. Oh, this nade stack. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be the Coffin's nade stack, but they go for the boost position instead.
Here come forZe through the smoke. It's Almeza getting ready, and here comes the utility. Molotov saved up for the final few moments into the barbecue, and Jerry is going to run over the top. It's Kenzie that's got that first and crucial kill, but JO's been unchecked, and he's dropped the bomb. He's under a lot of pressure, though, and staying alive after that first kill was always unlikely. And that deep smoke into CT, that might just be enough to force the save call here for Nemiga. They've got a lot on their backs and not a whole lot for the retake. It's going to be a save call. And that's another round for forZe, 10-9. They're pulling this one back. They're only one round away from tying up and equalizing the scoreline. And it's likely they do it in the next round, especially if they get rid of these weapons. I Disbalance lucky to be alive and lucky to get out of dodge there as well, because that HE was coming in after him.
I love this call from forZe in this round. Oh, I Disbalance goes down. The AWP's out of his hands. MBS also losing out. Nothing doing it for Nemiga at the end there. Unable to save on any of their players. Yeah, just going back to that play, I think Nemiga's smoke they threw to cut off the Banana choke point was slightly too shallow. And forZe seemed to realize that. They realized if they run out on the far side of the smoke, it's going to be really hard for some of the players to watch that angle. Especially the player at Coffins is not going to want to commit to that because he'd have to be so wide and so exposed to watch the full side of the smoke. So it makes it so that forZe can actually sneak on in on the back side of that smoke, obviously with some good utility to help them as well. And just making the most of that smoke being a bit shallower than you normally want it to be on the CT side. Nade goes into top Banana. A couple of nades, in fact, doing a bit of damage early. Nemiga just with pistols in this one. They do have Deags across the board, so forZe still have to make sure they don't get caught out by any of these close-range angles. We all know how deadly those body shots can be. They've still got lots of utility, so I think forZe should be okay here.
And Jerry starts to run it. Right around long, tapping with the AK. Kenzie, Jerry, and Almeza is just so in sync, getting those 3 kills. There's nothing really expected from the defense in this one, and as it happens, it gets crumbled down into its bare elements. It's just JO on the extremities, holding for some exit kills if forZe are to get over-aggressive. I don't think they're going to be giving him away anything. There's absolutely nothing of value here to search for on JO, so there's absolutely no reason to give him anything. So it's going to be 10-10. We're tied up here on the second map of Inferno. We had a real close battle over on Mirage as well, and now we're here again, and both teams refusing to give up. It is kind of scary for Nemiga, though, that they once again get off to a very slow start in the second half. That happened to them over on Mirage, and they never really recovered from it. forZe, when they get going, they're really difficult to break down. I would say they're probably one of the most difficult teams to stop once that ball gets rolling. The momentum is in their favor. They just seem to be unstoppable.
And you see it there in those shots. Sure, it's against the pistols, but still very clean kills from forZe. Good decision to go into long too, because if you run up short there, those close range angles from the site can be really dangerous against the Deegs. But as you wrap from long, it's just much easier to take those slightly longer range fights. Now you're not as susceptible to those Deagle body shots. Instead, it has to be some excellent aim from Nemiga to get the headshots with the Deegs. And here comes the buy. Double orb setup. Idis Balance wants to make the difference, but Flit's ready for him. A difficult angle for Idis Balance to deal with. Now Nemiga need to find a way back into this round. They've lost their player early. They've lost their AWPer early. Top mid control taken, and Lollipop could be in trouble. What a shot from Jerry. And now they're going to wrap this A site.
Jerry's a machine. He's not stopping either. He's going to keep running forward right to the smoke. Oh my god, if Jerry had got that one, I would have just died. But luckily, MDS is able to hold on. He actually gets a double kill out of it. It turns it into a 3 versus 2, but considering Nemiga's chances of a retake, I think they've made the right call here. They're going to draw back, and that means forZe are into the lead. What can you do about a player like Jerry? What do you do about that? I don't think there is anything you can do about that. That is just filth.
Yeah, he got dinked. He got dinked and just hit you with a headshot. What do you want to do there? I guess you could buy the AUG, which might be a one-shot headshot at that range, but that's being a bit picky at that point. I don't think you can really look that far ahead and assume that might happen. I don't even know if the AUG would have been a one-shot headshot there. I think he would have been too far anyway. Yeah, crazy kill from Jerry. They run it into the A bomb site, and time for a pause, according to Nemiga. They are now down, and they just keep on getting gunned down early in these rounds. A lot of fast plays from forZe, a lot of explosive pushes. They haven't been able to slow them. They haven't been able to get enough done on these positions. That's got to change soon, because this is a really important matchup here in Group A. The winner of this finishes 3rd in the group and gets a chance to play in the 5th place match for those all-important RMR points, whereas the loser won't be getting any RMR points on the board. And whoever finishes 5th, I think, is almost guaranteed to get into the top 5 of the RMR points. So they would be in with a good chance of qualifying for that major. So that would be a massive deal for both of these teams. A massive opportunity has presented itself with VP being knocked out over in Group B. Let's see which of these teams is going to be able to get into that all-important 5th place matchup. It's looking like forZe the better bet right now, but maybe Nemiga are going to turn it round off the back of the timeout. Oh, they're not ready for this. They're not ready for the apartment spot.
And Cassie's about to drop out. Should have wiped J-Up. He's going to be taken out of play. I just balanced with a quick shot back, but he's tried to pick up the AWP and he couldn't do it quick enough. And Flit makes sure that he goes down quickly. Nemiga's set up, not ready to deal with it, but MDS is aggression in the middle, trying to salvage what they can, and they have got a couple of kills. So 3 versus 2. forZe still taking their time, looking to try and plant that bomb. It hasn't really come through just yet. Both remaining CTs are near the A bomb site now, so Box still stands a chance for the retake attempt. And Lollipop has found an AK-47 into this one. forZe finally put the bomb down. It's in that back corner of the site. And Zorte, it comes down to the timing. Does he look down in towards short? Does he look up to balcony? He's about to be pushed up. That AK. Oh, Lollipop, he's missed his chance. And Zorte holding the angle now gets the kill. And Box hits the deck at short as well. forZe with a 12th. Somehow, it's still winnable there for Nemiga up to the final moments. I thought for sure Zorte was going to go down in apartments, but I think Lollipop just wasn't given the best fight there. And because he sends off those first few bullets, Zorte is given the luxury of preparing for his fight.
I honestly think that adaptation here from Nemiga in this round was a good idea, stacking into top mid like that. With how forZe have been playing on these fast aggressions, if forZe went for the top mid play, you've got a really good chance of just chewing them apart and just completely dealing with them. But this is the round that forZe get the right read. They go for the apartments play instead, the perfect counter to the top mid stack. And even though it comes close-ish in the initial trades, forZe are able to come away with the site, with the opportunity to win the round. Now Nemiga are back on the gun round, though. Let's see if they have something. Well, apparently not. Zorte's landed an excellent shot to begin with. Jerry thinking about pressuring this B bomb site, but Box puts down a smoke to keep himself safe. Calls for the rotate, but look at the A bomb site. They're sneaking on up. And yet again, MDS doesn't look too ready for this. He's now watching for the play out through the apartments, but it's a great shot from Almeza. And I think that just locks in the round right there.
Yeah, he's the key to success there. And that key is shut the door closed on Nemiga. They're going to run away. They're going to save their weapons. And forZe are going to get that bomb planted in the corner. This A site are really starting to be a problem area for Nemiga. The scoreline starting to be a bigger problem area. 13-10 now. forZe 3 away from victory in the series. It would be incredibly disappointing to watch Nemiga take another loss in this tournament after the start that they had. Just very unfortunate to be in this group. I think if Nemiga are over in Group B, they have a far better time of things, but over in this group, it's just so many difficult teams they've got to take on.
And just a quick flashback to that round and the way that forZe go for that A push. Again, just all the small details are so well done by forZe right now. The way that kenzie there just goes jumping in with the MAC-10, he clears out mini pit and he clears out pit so quickly. He's basically just trying to be that scout in that round with the MAC-10. He's running in, he's clearing out those initial positions that are below and the right side, the awkward ones to clear. And that means because he's cleared those sides, Almeza now doesn't have to worry about his right side at all. He can just look towards the site side, and that means even though he was looking at the site itself, he's still able to react to that player who was in that position. So a really nice way of doing it from forZe, just making sure that Almeza could look exactly where he needed to, exactly in the right area of the map. That gives forZe a 13-10 lead. And Nemiga have really got to find something here. It's all falling apart for them on their map pick right now.
After such a strong first half, JO starts their affair in round 24. Nemiga really need a good start and then need to start closing these rounds out now as well. They found that pick. Now it's all about preventing forZe from finding the response. There's going to be a couple of players from forZe now leaning in towards a four-man stack right now for Nemiga on this side of the map. You know, it has been a problem area. There's no secret that forZe have been able to take that side of the map pretty easily over the last couple of rounds. So Nemiga going to send a couple players over here to try and maintain that control. And 4 on the hold. Surely this will be enough to hold off the attack. Surely this is the round for Nemiga. Midas Balance is going to hold into top middle. Zorte is going to try and peek him, and he's so quick! Good luck reacting to that. Smokes into long, and now the short play coming up. If they start to get these kills unanswered, oh, Box, that was the chance! No way he doesn't get that kill! It's a nightmare right now for Nemiga, and Lollipop trying to pull them out of it. He's got a 3K, and he's just got them into the 1v1. kenzie versus JO. He's been given a chance to win the round. It's still going to be difficult because he has to reclaim the site, but at least he's got a chance. Lollipop, what a hero. But kenzie still could end it all. And he's standing in the middle of the site, spots out the AWP of JO. He's going to throw that HE in after him as well. Now really trying to put pressure onto the AWP, but not making him feel comfortable. Fakes out the reload, switches out to the rifle, and the headshot in from kenzie. Oh, forZe. Everything is going right for them right now, Hawker. How many chances did Nemiga have in that round?
Oh, Zorte's initial kill is so quick. Again, he does it in back-to-back rounds on the early frag, but then, as you said, Box had to do better. He had to get that frag. Lollipop did so much from the site. A couple of low-health players dealt with, sure, but still, a sick 3K, and it doesn't do enough for Nemiga. kenzie, well played in the clutch, faked the reload, went for the wide swing. Headshot is all he needed because he knew he'd done some nade damage. And now Midas Balance wants to change this. He wants to just take matters into his own hands, but flashed off the angle early. No chance for him to get that early frag. Jerry closing the distance, but he's been blinded by his teammate. And now JO can just go in, but he's not ready for Jerry. Early kill on Banana. Nemiga were trying to rotate away from B. They were trying to leave JO alone on this side of the map. Now they can't do that. They've got to put someone back to B. And elsewhere, Flip with another fantastic shot.
Yeah, Flip has just dealt out too much damage for Nemiga to feel comfortable about this. Two-man advantage now played for forZe. Heartbreaking here for Nemiga, but they're going to have no money. It's just a matter of time before they pop out of the apartments. This play in pit. Let's see if MDS can do anything on the hold. His teammate's starting to come on over. Oh, look at MDS. He's a good little peek there out towards the side of the hay bale. He gets aggressive and he finds Almeza. Flit is just waiting for some re-aggression, that opportunity to get the kill back. But look at the bomb. It's going back over to B. I mean, in the meantime, Jerry has cleared it all the way out. He's pushed all the way back into the B site. Now he just balances, trying to get over here quickly enough.
No smoke.
Yeah, no smoke, and that does open up an opportunity. Even if I disbalances to get the kill on the crossing player, there should be a peek from Jerry. And oh, I disbalance. He's quick on the trigger, but I love it. I absolutely love it from Jerry. He sacrifices his own life so that the bomb can get over, and MDS is not ready for that. Flit just lurking on the other side of the map, ready for the rotation over. And 15 to 10, it's forZe on map and series point.
It's perfectly played. That's exactly what you want to do there. Jerry swings so that his AWP in Zorte can go ahead and scope in on the angle, can go ahead and hold it. And you basically just rely on Zorte landing that shot. The pressure was fully on Zorte to get that kill, and he stepped up. He's been hitting every shot so far in these recent rounds. Look at the kill distribution from forZe. Everyone has been stepping up. Their individuals have just hit a whole nother level here, Dinko. I mean, look at this from Flit. Instant headshot. That's against Lollipop, who himself has been playing pretty well in a couple of the recent rounds. Maybe not overall in the game, but he had that crazy 3K in the previous. 15-10 for forZe. And honestly, I didn't think they had a chance here on Inferno. With how that first half went, it was looking pretty poor for them, but they've completely turned it around. They've won every single T round, Dinko. I think that's 10 in a row, because they were 10-5 down, weren't they? That's crazy.
Yep. 10-5 half is actually the curse for Nemiga. They had that over on Mirage as well. They lost that. They had it here on Inferno, and they lost that. forZe have just been an unstoppable force on this T side. And it's just as well because their CTI side weren't lacking. And Box gets aggressive into Banana. Will this finally be it for Nemiga? But the answer's quickly found out from Almeza. Eliminating Box, dropping him off the server, and we're right back into a 4v4.
They've done some good nade damage, though. That could be a difference maker. If this B play comes in, you've got a much better chance at getting some early kills on these low health players.
Oh, smokes in as well. There's the quick shot from Jerry. He's just opened it up in a second, this time from Zorte. They've cleaned up the B bomb site, and that might just be enough now for victory. It's on to Lollipop and MDS, and look what they've got in hand. An MP9 and a FAMAS as they come back into Banana. Almeza stops them from getting anyone near the site. It's now just MDS, and he's down as well. It's forZe that walk away with a 2-0 win. A flawless T-side, a second-half performance to be enamored by, and Jerry once again. Just another good performance out of him, but this time, I think you can give some props to Zorte. That T-side from him was just beautiful to watch.
So well done. So many important shots. Even at the end there, though, Jerry getting that kill up close was just crazy. He's 27 health. He takes one shot to the chest, then gets the headshot. Every single forZe player stepped up on that T side. That's what has to happen when you win a half like that and don't lose a single round. And forZe definitely earned themselves this third place finish in the group and a chance to fight for that all-important fifth place spot and those all-important RMR points. What a game from forZe.
Yeah, well, here's the results we can take a look at over the past day we've had here. It's been K23 getting the win over their countrymen of 100 Paying Gods. It's a rematch. It's a grudge match between the two teams from the closed qualifier. And in the main event, it's K23 that go ahead and confirm themselves one of those top 3 spots. And Nemiga, well, they have themselves a loss, unfortunately, here today. It was a decent fight put up by them, but forZe, they are looking really good right now. I'm enjoying this roster. This version of forZe, it gives me a bit more excitement about the future for them, Hockey. You know, with the old team was a power and face crack, I still love the team. I still love the Counter-Strike, the brand of Counter-Strike they brought to the server, but I didn't really believe in its consistency, and I think they kind of hit the ceiling with that team. Well, this one, it feels like they've got a bigger roof, right? They've raised the roof completely. There's more for forZe now to play with.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been waiting to see if Jerry can come through with it for a while, because we know that he is one of the IGLs in the CIS region that a lot of people have been excited about where you get to see why there's some nice adaptations coming through for them on their T side. And we get to see that confirms them as the third place finisher over in Group A, which means they will play Entropic, the third place finisher from Group B, to see if they can get those RMR points. And if they do, they'll go ahead and put themselves within the top 5 teams in terms of those points. They'll put themselves in a great position. It will all be in their own hands to see if they can make it to the major, if they can beat Entropic. And I didn't know if I was going to see forZe come through with it, but fair play to them. They did so well there to win that one against Nemiga, taking it 2-0 and looking really good at doing it.
And we did just get to see how the group shaped up. It's the last day of the group stages here. It's all flown by here at the StarLadder RMR. And we did see the likes of Virtus Pro go out last in the group. Akuma, a team that placed top 5 in the RMR standings, have not even posted a single point here in the group stages. There's been so many excitements that have come through, and I'm just looking forward to seeing these playoffs now. What's been the biggest surprise for you, Hawker?
Ooh, biggest surprise. I guess it has to be K23, yeah. Right? And just VP not even making it through their group. That whole thing has completely thrown this RMR up for grabs, and it's so exciting to see.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic to sit here and watch the Counter-Strike over the past couple of days. It's been great to have StarLadder back in the scene and putting on a wonderful event across 2 streams simultaneously. But that's it for Hawker and I here at the StarLadder RMR. It's been a blast. Any final words, Hawker? Any thoughts on the event before we close it out?
Just GG's. I'm excited to see where CIS Counter-Strike goes. It's great to see some of the newer players as well as some of the old still showing us what they can do. They've got the veterans, they've got the young and up-and-coming players. Feels like CIS is in a really good spot right now.
Definitely does. And well, if you guys at home have enjoyed all the CIS action, you can go over to the mainstream right now. We've got the cherry on top of all the group stages. It's Gambit versus Na'Vi happening over there in the mainstream. And from what I've just seen, Simple's having a classic performance on Dust 2. So don't go miss it. Go ahead over to the mainstream. But that's it for us here on the secondary stream. Thanks to all the production, the wonderful producer, Hawker for joining me, and most of all, you guys for watching all of the matchups here at the StarLadder RMR. It's been a fantastic time, and we'll see you guys again soon.